It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, as well as Apple. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with a wonderful woman from Vancouver, British Columbia, now living in Toronto, Canada. And she's blossomed to a pop dance scene with her in her hometown. And she's been listening to a lot of great music. She's also a certified audio engineer, and she does her own music as well too. So basically, a lot of influences take place, and she's open for AKON, DJ Lady Starlight, and worked with Lady Gaga as well too. And she's got some singles in the top 100 iTunes as well too, including one that's very special with her. And live, ladies and gentlemen, live from Toronto, the second city, and she's got a partner with her as well too, and willing to join in, ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Karma and her songwriting partner, Marianne Hanna. Ladies, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's great to have a bunch of people on. And if you got more people on, that'd be better too. So, and of course, we're going to turn to a party. You guys have Party Heroes, and we're going to talk about in just a second. And Kristen, you grew up in Vancouver as well too for a number of years, and now you're in Toronto, and you've been no stranger to music. You've got some singles called "I Wonder Why," "Dear John," "Party Heroes," "Try." And you've got an EP that's been out, and you got also one in the works. You've opened for AKON, DJ Lady Starlight, Lady Gaga, and more. And before we talk about your career, tell us how you got started.
Well, I started in Vancouver and picked up the piano when I was, I think, when I was 9 years old, I believe, and just started going through the testing and the schooling for that. And then I sort of picked up another instrument, picked up the saxophone, joined the cadet program, and picked up as many instruments as I could get my hands on. And then, sort of evolved into audio engineering, writing my own music, and producing my own music.
Wow, that's interesting. And what's the one moment that influenced you into music?
The one moment.
The one precise moment.
The one precise moment, I could tell you. I was there at Avril Lavigne's concert in 2003, and I saw her pull a fan on stage, and the reaction of the fan after she came off the stage, and I knew from that moment on, I wanted to do music.
So you wanted to be like Avril Lavigne, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then you didn't tell me about how the fan reacted. Was she surprised? Was Avril Lavigne ready to punch her in the face, wanted to sing, or what was the reaction up there?
No, the fan got up on the stage and sang "Complicated" with her. And right after that, they brought her back into the crowd, and she stood pretty close to me, and she just, the excitement and overjoyed everything. She was just ecstatic to have been on stage with her idol and to share that moment. And I wanted to recreate those moments. And ever since then, it just started kind of putting things together and really pursuing music on a more serious level.
That sounds amazing too. And besides Avril Lavigne, who are some of your favorite artists and singers growing up?
Growing up, probably I listened to Madonna, Michael Jackson, the Cranberries. It was kind of a wide, actually, a lot of different bands that I used to listen to. mainly from my dad's playlist on iTunes, where he had, 50 to 100,000 songs on there. But yeah, just a little bit of everything.
Wow, that's something too. And what did your dad listen to?
Everything from metalcore to monk chants to rock music to old school to everything.
Monk chants, that's interesting. That was like what? The highlight was it 1993, I think, when chant came out. Oh my goodness, that was the rage.
Yeah.
And I bet you monks are like, oh crap, do we have to get popular with this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was like the big rage, and I'm surprised there's a few people that are still in the monk chants, which is just amazing. And I think these monks can probably quiet this world down right now, I can tell you that.
quite different. Every Sunday morning, there he would be blasting the stereo, waking us all up. You never knew what you were getting.
Or say, good morning, you gotta wake up. You're like, shut up. We had in our household too. It's just like, sometimes they crank up some music, either Cheech and Chong, Steve Martin, or whatever it is, but I can relate to all that, a little mischief as well too. And of course, you got your partner, singer-songwriter, Marianne Hanna. And Marianne, welcome to the show, and tell us how you got started, especially in singing, songwriting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Well, for me, like kind of what started, I've been playing music for most of my life, kind of like more, not as much Kristen, obviously, but for me, my mom's side has always gotten us into music. So my uncle used to always play, funny enough, like opera and classical music from like Beethoven. Andrea Bocelli was like one of our biggest ones, and it really struck out to me. And then as I got into like growing up, the only instrument I ever got into was playing the flute. And I did that for about 8 to 10 years or so. Actually, I still have mine. I haven't played it in years, so I should probably bring that out and brush up on that. That's kind of like, since then, it's just like I've always enjoyed it.
That'd be great, too. And if you play with Kristen Karma, you could also, get on stage with it, and we have you guys on. You can play a little flute for us, maybe a little Jethro Tull or something.
You never know what'll happen. There you go.
And hopefully Kristen approves, right, Kristen?
Absolutely.
And Marianne, what was the one moment that influenced you into getting into singing, songwriting?
You know what? My mom is actually is one of the biggest influencers in my life and that stuff. And so, she always used to tell me that like anything that you believe, just go for it. And so when I got into music, I never really did too much until I got into like my early 20s that I tried out for, I was going to try Canadian Idol actually, and I kind of chickened out because I didn't think I had what it takes. And then I tried this open mic session, and she actually kind of pushed me to it. And since then, like all of the nerves that I had before I went up on stage kind of just went away. And ever since then, like I couldn't be even more grateful for the fact that she pushed me into it. And since then, I was trying to find ways just to kind of get myself out there. And that's when I knew right there.
And I have to say that instead of being resentful, you probably thanked her for it, too, because I know of people that get pushed up into singing a microphone actually end up having a fear, but this actually turned out to be a blessing for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. And she definitely knows that for sure all the time. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't thank her enough for it.
That was amazing, too. And who are some of the other favorite singers and songwriters growing up as well, too?
There's a tons on that list. Like Kristn Karma said, Michael Jackson is a big, huge influence. Queen. I grew up to a lot more of like rock, so like AC/DC, Def Leppard growing up, and then getting into more of pop. And it just honestly, it became actually a wide variety of music as well. So getting into like rock to classical to opera to so many. Can't even decide pretty much from there. So
Wow, sounds like you guys both have a very, very diverse background in music as well, too. And before we talk about your the singles you guys created and also your previous EP and also getting into future music, how'd you guys first meet?
Funny enough, we used to work together back in Vancouver. And we sort of lost touch for a bit, but after, I moved out here and Marianne moved out here, we kind of picked up where we left back off, and we just started writing and bring her up on stage to do a couple covers and whatnot, and just go from there. And then we've written Dear John, who's done extremely well.
That is amazing, too. We'll play that in just a minute. We'll talk about your other singles, but first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and Apple. Also on Deezer and Stitcher. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with Kristen Karma from Vancouver, Washington, now living in Toronto with her singer-songwriting partner, Marianne Hanna, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And we went over the history of, the wonderful duo here. And we got, let's talk about some of your works as well, too, like I Wonder Why, Dear John, Party Heroes, and Try, and from the EP Destination Unknown. But first, let's listen to Dear John, which hit number 35 in the charts, and they'll talk about right here. Here's Dear John from Kristen Karma on The Mike Wagner Show.
Dear John, are you doing well? Are you happy with your farewell? Can you hear me falling down to pray? I think about you every single day. Don't you wish there was another path to make it through to one more life? I hope you're out there watching over me. Can you see all that I can see? I hope you're feeling really proud of me for all I've done and turned out to be. Dear John, can you give me a sign? A little ray of hope to know we're aligned. Is this for real? It feels like a dream. I don't know what to do, I just wanna scream. Don't you wish there was another path to make it through to one more
since you've been gone. Still thinking about the fact you did nothing wrong. Still trying to let the pain out. I'm still searching for a way to cope with everything and be a better person. But you can rest assured knowing that every day I grow and continue to learn. Even when I'm led astray, I can't lose. You're the compass in my heart, always pointing to the truth. 3.14159. It's not about the quantity, it's the quality of life. I like to believe there's a purpose for everything. Even though you left, I believe you're in a better place. So I keep reminding myself just to stay on my path. It won't do me no well to keep hating my heart for the things I can't change. So I try to live in love in honor of your name.
I hope you're out there watching over me. Can you see
And that is Dear John from Kristen Karma here on the Mike Wagner Show. And I guess we don't need to try on that one. So that's just an amazing song. Dear John, this is basically a tribute to your father. And Kristen, just tell us all about that. That's just a great song.
Thank you. So yeah, Dear John was a song that we sat down and wrote. And the story behind it was my father passed away 2 years ago, and my brother had passed away about 10 years ago. And we wanted to write a song that was kind of dedicated to them on, how they are up there, wherever they are, and if they're watching what we're doing, if we're, if they're they're looking down, smiling, they're proud of us, like she said. Yeah, and that's how we kind of wrote it. And we sat down one day, and it was about 15 minutes of writing and coming up with a demo, and it was really quick. And then we decided that we wanted to take it all the way and take it out of the writing session and get it, professionally done and shoot a music video and release it. And it's done really well. It's racked up an international award already, and it's doing extremely well on the in the indie film festivals and iTunes and everything else. And we're just couldn't be prouder of it.
Wow, that's something. Just an event that happened. It won some awards. It got an Indie Film Fest. And what film was that from, by the way?
What film?
Yeah, you said it was in the Indie Film Fest. Was that used in a soundtrack, or what film was that? What film was it?
So our music video was actually submitted to several international film festivals under the indie category, and so for music. And it's won in a few of them, and it's just doing well. And it's crazy. We're just out of a 15-minute songwriting session, we can come out with such a masterpiece, something that we're really proud of.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing too. You also have Party Heroes at number 17, Try at number 27 in the iTunes pop chart as well too. Tell us about those two songs. I love to hear you guys tell about it.
Yeah, so Party Heroes was a song that I wrote a while back, just about, those friends that kind of show up late to a party, and you kind of think it's the end of the night, things are shutting down, and they show up with their entourage, and they kind of crank up the music and bring more entertainment to the party, and just it keeps going. And those are the individuals that kind of save the party, if you know what I mean.
It almost sounds like what you went through as well, too, being on the tour, playing with Lady Gaga and also AKON and more, too, DJ Lady Starlight. What was it like opening for those mentioned as well, too, and working with them?
Opening for AKON was crazy. He played here in Ontario, and the energy was just off the charts. He put on a great performance. The crowd was really bumping for my performance, and we got to meet him afterwards and just spend some time and have a chat with him. And super down to earth, super nice guy, and it was once in a lifetime kind of opportunity there.
That is amazing too. And what's it like working with Lady Gaga?
So for Lady Gaga, I played two of her after parties. One in 2013 for the Born This Way ball, and again in 2017 for the Joanne World Tour. And so she didn't actually show up to either one, unfortunately. She was busy in her mobile studio. But it was just great to be associated with her and her band and her dancers, and the opening acts showed up to the events, and of course it was filled with fashion and dancers and music and everything brought together, and you could tell it was a real touch of Gaga there.
That sounds something too. And Marianne, feel free to join in too, and you could also have a say on that. Okay, looks like Marianne's all quiet here. So anyway, we'll get to some of your what's coming up as well, too. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. take your image to the next level. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and Apple. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with singer-songwriter Kristen Karma along with her partner Marianne Hanna out of Toronto. They're from the Vancouver area, and we just talked about some of the songs from the previous EP, Destination Unknown, featuring Wonder Why. We just played Dear John, which has racked up numerous awards, and also Party Heroes and Try. And what do you got coming up in 2020 in terms of a new album? And also, do you have any plans for an upcoming tour in 2020?
Yeah, so right now I'm currently in the studio finishing up some new material, and I'm hoping to have my album released next year. And of course, I'd love to be on tour supporting that album. So definitely some Canadian dates, and hoping to hit a few U.S. dates as well.
Mm-hmm. And what do you have planned when it comes to hitting the U.S.? What cities do you have in mind?
I've never played in the U.S. yet, but some ones that come to mind are like New York, Atlanta, L.A., just a couple of the major ones. But if there's another place that you have in mind, you let me know, and maybe I'll include that in my tour stop. We'll
do that. We'll communicate by email, text, or whatever, too. You can also contact on social media, and we'll fire out some suggestions. And, come play in our backyard, too, if you like. You have to find me, though. So
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Sounds great. Okay. All right. And what do you guys consider your most defining moment in terms of your careers?
Most defining moment?
Defining moment, yes. The highlight of your career so far.
The highlight would be winning this award so far. Best International Song out of one of the award shows in LA. And just to be recognized for a song, and knowing that my father would be proud and your brother would be proud that we've come this far with music, and being able to share it with the world.
That is amazing, too. And who do you consider biggest influence in your careers?
My parents are my mother currently, and my father was a huge influence in my music. Everything from, coming to every show, taking photos, helping with social media, helping bring the audience out, spread the music around, just everything they could do. My mother still does the same thing now, and she in Vancouver there, and she still is supporting me hugely and sharing my music and doing whatever she can. So my family, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is amazing, too. And what's the best advice you guys can give to anybody at this point?
Just keep going at it. Don't stop. Don't give up. You're going to have your really bad days, but then you know what? You're going to also have your really good days, too.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic advice. And Kristen and Marianne, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. Looking forward to having you again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Karma and Marianne Hanna, the singer-songwriting duo based out of Toronto, originally from Vancouver. Once again, before we go here, looking forward to have you guys both in 2020, or one of you. And you guys can take a pick. If you want to add some people, that's great. What are some of your upcoming projects? What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people purchase your music?
Absolutely. So, Kristen Karma, Kristen Karma, website. I'm on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I love hearing from my fans. I answer to each and every one of them. And music can be found on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere where you can download or stream music.
Yeah, and for me, it's Facebook, at Marianne Hanna Official, and at Instagram at Marianne Hanna 92. Still currently working on some new material, which is aiming for the next year to be released.
Looking forward to it, ladies. And once again, thank you very much for your time. You guys have been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon in 2020. And do us a favor, please keep us up to date. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.